Good morning and welcome into ARC Southeast Texas at 10 o'clock on this Thursday. Happy to have you here this morning, one day closer to Friday.
I know, this was really a fast week.
Yes and no, and I say that I've only done a three-day week so far, but sometimes it's the shorter ones that are just like they drag on a little bit longer to where I'm like, okay,
I think it was fast.
I'm tired. I need a nap or something. I don't know.
I was like, wait, what's happening back there? Something's different.
Things are just changing. There you go. Light.
There it goes.
And then God said, let there be light.
April Fool's.
Did you know that today was going to be a magic show on ARC?
We always, like we said earlier this morning on Facebook, we always have surprise here on ARC. We had a chicken this morning with a hat on.
We did. Her name was Minnie, and it was so funny because we didn't even realize her hat matched our outfit. She also had on a little red hat. And so we got to hold a hen for the 8 o'clock, and we're going to have another animal coming on at 10 o'clock. Yeah. It's kind of a fun thing. You never know what you're going to get. So lots of fun stuff in store per usual. But of course, you have to take a look at some of your local headlines, look at some of the news going on across Southeast Texas. We start with an attorney facing a multi-million-dollar bond for the murder of his own son, the gruesome details of the shooting in Sabine County.
Plus, a search for the killer of a gas station clerk, the victim's coworkers scared to go back to work with the gunman on the loose. How investigators are using tech to track down the killer.
And a vacant home in Mid-County up in flames. The burning questions on squatters and groves, what we know about the ongoing issue at the house that's now turned to rubble. And we do start with that gruesome killing in Sabine County. We're getting some new information this morning. Expected to get some more as well.
A $20 million bond standing between a Houston attorney and any chance of walking out of jail following a disturbing crime against his own son, shot to death and burned in what the father is calling a cremation.
That happened about 100 miles from Beaumont at Toledo Bend on Mount Sinai Road in the Fairfield community off Highway 87 southeast of Hemphill. 68-year-old Michael Howard, locked up in the Sabine County Jail on a murder charge and tampering with evidence. The shooting happened Sunday night, with it all coming to light the next day.
The lead investigator telling Fox 4 Howard called a deputy Monday and admitted shooting his 20-year-old son, Mark Randall Howard, who had Down syndrome, claiming he thought it was an intruder. The father shooting his son and then loading the body into a backhoe, telling the deputy he cremated his son in a burn pile on the lake property. The Texas Rangers recovering body parts and bones that were charred, sending them off to the medical examiner.
Now, KFDM reporter and Fox reporter Aaron Mack did travel to Sabine County yesterday to talk with neighbors and get a feel for the area. A neighbor said the family's large lake home is on about 3,000 acres down the road that you see here off of FM 3215 east of Highway 87, the only home in that area. She says Howard kept to himself and didn't really speak with anyone. She says he would never wave when they were fishing on Toledo Bend. Sheriff's Office is calling the investigation ongoing as it works to learn more about what happened. Now, Howard, as we mentioned, is an attorney in Houston. Our media partner, KTRK TV, went to his law office and knocked on the door, but no one answered. Investigators say Howard's family lives in Houston, and his wife and other children were away at the time while the father and son were alone at the lake house. Now, the sheriff's office did schedule a news conference for this afternoon to talk about the case. We already have a team on the way there now to get that information. We will continue to cover this case for you.
Well, an abandoned home fire in Groves Tuesday night is sparking concern about vacant structures in the city. One man says squatters have been using the home for years. A neighbor says he watched from his driveway for 2 hours as the fire claimed the home, hoping it wouldn't spread to his own house. He says the previous owner passed away, leaving the home vacant for at least 6 or 7 years. He says it's become a home for squatters. Just 3 days ago, he says he called Groves police on a homeless man who returned to the home with his clothes. He estimates Groves police have visited the home at least 5 times in recent years. The cause of the fire is still under investigation and cannot be attributed to squatters. The search for a killer continues in Port Arthur. The Port Arthur police chief telling Fox 4 they need a big break right now to help solve the killing of a Valero gas station store clerk.
Chief Tim Duraso says they are tracking down leads in hopes of being able to identify the suspect that you see here, who was captured on security camera surveillance showing him enter the gas station in the 700 block of West Gulfway Monday night. The video then shows the suspect pull out a gun and shoot the clerk. Now, Fox 4's Erica Harris went back to that gas station yesterday and has more.
This corner gas station is usually bustling with business here on the 700 block of West Gulfway in Port Arthur. It's been closed since a clerk, 39-year-old Manoj Fernando, was killed Monday night. A suspect was captured on store surveillance cameras.
Just to think that you can walk into a facility and just in cold blood shoot someone.
Before becoming the mayor of Port Arthur, Thurman Bartee was a justice of the peace who ran a tough, no-nonsense truancy court.
Our younger folk, our children, our teenagers, the younger set in their early 20s had a different perspective of authority, had a different respect level.
Jefferson County Precinct 2 Constable Christopher Bates says the Valero clerk's killing is having a chilling impact on the community.
When I first got word about it, the first thing I thought of was senseless crimes.
Constable Bates goes beyond the badge by running programs to help at-risk youth to prevent the cycle of violence. He also says Port Arthur should consider a real-time crime center that is showing success in quickly solving crimes in Beaumont.
It's important that we have many eyes, cameras as possible to help, try to solve these crimes and get leads as we can, in addition to eyewitnesses as well. And so I think exploring that option to look at real crime center for Port Arthur would be great.
Mayor Bartee says he is also open to the idea.
That technology, we've discussed it with our police chief. That technology is available.
But for now, Mayor Bartee is sending a direct message to the suspect.
You need to turn yourself in, man. Because guess what? You may try it again and think you're going to get away with it and meet your maker.
And again, that was Erica Harris with that report. And so far, the suspect has not been identified and no arrests have been made.
Well, Jasper police are thankful they've made an arrest after an armed robbery Thanksgiving night. The crime happened at the Sunshine Texaco convenience store at Highway 190 and Graham. Police say a man entered the store armed with a gun. He demanded money, got it, and forced the clerk to lie face down on the floor. Yesterday, police interviewed a suspect, and they say he confessed. He's 19 years old. Jasper police say they'll release his name after formal charges and arraignment.
Well, Fox 4 has learned at least 7 Southeast Texas educators are under investigation by the state following a teacher certification fraud case in Houston. Several people in Houston are charged with operating a ring, allegedly accepting money from teachers who didn't have to take the certification test, but were shown to have passed. Now, the list from the Texas Education Agency shows 5 current or former Port Arthur ISD teachers and 2 current or former Beaumont ISD teachers. The ISD superintendent, Dr. Shannon Allen, released a statement vowing to end the employment of anyone who is confirmed to have taken part in the fraud. Port Arthur Superintendent Dr. Mark Portery says the district will also take swift action to end employment of anyone who gains certification through fraud.
Edible gummy bears containing THC have become the rage in Texas and other states. We're learning Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick is backing a bill to ban the sale of all THC products in Texas. Patrick has announced the upcoming filing of Senate Bill 3 to ban the sale of all forms of consumable THC in Texas. He says in 2019, the legislature passed a bill to help the agricultural industry in Texas. It allows for commercial hemp sales, which might include trace amounts of Delta-9 THC. According to Patrick, retailers exploited the law and now sell what he calls life-threatening, unregulated forms of THC, targeting Texas children as consumers.
And now I want to get to the rundown, giving you a sneak peek on what the stories our reporters are working on today.
Fox 4 reporter Sydney Ferguson is going to be live from our newsroom to tell us what she's working on. Sydney?
Hi, Jade and Macy. So my story is actually the one you guys just read. I'm going to be doing a story about Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick's proposed ban on all THC products in Texas. Now, you guys basically explained it pretty well, but we do have an article up on our website. I have it up on my computer. If you haven't read it yet, you should. But basically, among other things, Dan Patrick says that smoke shops have found ways around the law to sell unregulated THC and have targeted children, selling these products to them and exposing them to danger. So today, we want to talk to some of the businesses that respect the law and would be affected by an all-out ban, but we also want to get law enforcement's perspective on the other side of things and trying to protect children and other people from these illegal sales. And if I can get everybody on the same page, then I will have more information for you guys at 5:30, and 6 o'clock.
All right. Certainly a big topic of discussion.
Especially if you're a parent.
Oh, yeah. Well, still to come this morning, we will have a look at some more community-driven news for you. Well, for kids who want smartphones, watches, and other connected gadgets this holiday season, it can be a tough call for parents and requires answering some questions before they buy.
Karen Kafa is in Washington with why experts say there's no magic age for a device.
If all kids and teens want for the holidays is a smartphone, smartwatch, or other online device, experts say give with intention and guardrails.
Any technology device that you give a kid or gift a kid should have a specific purpose in mind, especially in the earliest stages.
Pediatrician Dr. Natasha Burgert says young children who get too much screen time too soon may not have time to develop crucial social and motor skills.
If they are spending hours a day just with a piece of glass that they are swiping, they are not able to develop those skills.
Burgert says she's also noticed some adolescents with unchecked screen time struggle with mental health. That's one reason Mitch Prinstein, Chief Science Officer for the American Psychological Association, says parents should set guardrails, especially around a child's first device.
Slowly give them access to different features, functions, maybe turn on and off parental controls, and talk with them as they're getting used to the device.
Since most parents didn't grow up with the same extent of the current technology, Prinstein says they can actually learn from open conversations with their kids.
What we probably need to do is, rather than turn away from it, is to ask our kids to bring us in and say, show me what you're doing. What are you watching? Tell me about this platform and this app. Help me make sense of what you're seeing and why it's so appealing.
And well-meaning aunts, uncles, and more who want to fulfill a child or teen's tech wish list should check with parents before giving that gift. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
Well, and speaking of holiday shopping, you might be doing some window shopping inside stores this holiday season, but you got to be careful because sometimes there are thieves outside in parking lots doing some unfortunate shopping of their own. Law enforcement officers are urging people to stay vigilant when they visit Parkdale Mall and other shopping centers. Some good advice: put down the cell phones, that way you can be alert and pay attention. Also, keep your items close to you. There's also safety in numbers, so bring along a buddy. And during late hours, park in well-lit areas close to entrances, and be sure to hide valuables from plain sight in your vehicle, and always lock your doors. Vermont police say shoppers may also notice a heavier law enforcement presence at Parkdale Mall, Target, and the Dowlen Road corridor.
We know that a lot more people are going to be out frequenting those shopping locations, and we want them to feel safe. But also we see a lot of congestion in that area during the holiday shopping season. So it helps our officers respond quicker when there are calls for service, whether it's a crash or something else that's gone on.
Beaumont police also encouraging shoppers to say something if they see something suspicious. So just be extra cautious. I think a good one there is put your phone down when you're walking out of the store, because it can be so easy to be looking down, and next thing you know, that's when they get you. Well, if you're doing some holiday shopping and you want some money, good news.
Great news.
We're giving you money. You have to do a little work, okay? So it's a part of our holiday trivia contest. What you're going to want to do is pull out your phone, open up your camera, and then scan that QR code on the right side of your screen. What it's going to do is it's going to take you to a website. Once you get to the website, you're going to have to answer a question. It's a holiday-themed question, right? So it's holiday trivia. If you get the question correct, you have the chance to be one of our daily $100 prize winners. So it's going to be a $100 prepaid, like Visa debit card or something like that, something along those lines, okay? So if you are a daily winner, then you have the chance to be entered into a bigger drawing, because there is a weekly national winner that will win $5,000. But again, you can't win unless you scan the QR code on the right side of your screen, answer the trivia question. The trivia questions are fairly simple from what I've heard.
So that was mine and Angel's
I can't
question
play
last
them.
week. We're like, what are these questions? Are they
They're-
hard?
Yeah, they're pretty basic. It's like, I know one of them, like we did like a Father's Day one, and it was like, what day is Father's? Like, what day of the week is Father's Day on?
Oh, okay.
So it's like, it's simple, right? It's not like it's going to be, what's the square root of pi or something like that. You'll be good.
Somebody found that one easy,
You
but
should be, well, not us. You should be able to get it right. So good luck, and hopefully you win some money. So, well, still to come this week, our noon anchor, Patrina Adger, adopted a cute little puppy, Sophia, who came on ARC at 8 o'clock. I know, isn't she so sweet? She was a little Chihuahua mix. So now she's got a new forever home, and we're hoping to do the exact same thing today. When we come back, we'll show you a pet you can adopt from the Humane Society. So stay with us.
and it's Macy's turn.
Uh-oh. Well, good morning. Welcome back to ARC Southeast Texas. We are joined with Taylor Westfall from the Humane Society of Southeast Texas with the cutest little puppy this morning. This is Espresso, which is so fitting because Spotify Rap just came out, right? And that was one of the big songs of the year from Sabrina Carpenter. So this is a different kind of espresso. Cute espresso. Not that espresso isn't cute, but okay, tell us a little bit about this little cutie.
So she is just under 3 months, and she tipped the scales 2 days ago when we took her at 7 pounds. So
Wow.
she is really sweet. She's very calm. This was her the whole ride back we actually got her from Orange Animal Control. So about 30-minute ride. She was just hanging out.
Yeah.
She's great. So she's up to date on age appropriate vaccines. She's microchipped. She's on flea and tick and heartworm prevention. She has not been spayed yet, but that'll be done next Wednesday.
Who is that? Oh my gosh, look. I love whenever they see themselves. She's like, wait, I'm kind of cute here. Okay, so what kind of dog are we thinking Espresso is?
So originally we were thinking maybe some sort of like German short hair pointer.
Right.
So we just went with pointer mix to kind of cover our bases on that. So we're thinking somewhere, 40 to 50 pounds, a medium-sized dog. But yeah, so she's got some growing to do, but absolutely sweet as a button.
I was gonna say she's like very docile, very calm, and just hanging out and just kind of enjoying. She also you can't really tell, it's like the squishiest little face, like little wrinkles whenever you kind of look up close. And she's so sweet. And you're also mentioning this is a good month if you're looking for adoptions because you guys got a special going on.
We do. So starting the 15th, we're going to be running an adoption special through the end of the month. Every animal's adoption fee, unless they've already been sponsored down to zero, is going to be $25 for Christmas.
That's crazy. Like, that's actually crazy, especially when they come with vaccinated,
Right.
spayed and neutered and everything like that. So you don't have to worry about stuff like that afterwards. And yeah, we know that. And again, it is important we talk about the holiday season, right? And people are always wanting to get pets for the holidays and for Christmas, but make sure you're smart before making that decision.
Absolutely. You really want to do your due diligence. You're not adopting a pet for the holiday season. You're adopting it for life. That's the big thing.
Yeah. And kind of know what you're getting into, whether it's a puppy, a kitten, a cat, a normal age dog, whatever it is, just kind of make sure that you're ready for that commitment because
The cutest 15-year commitment.
it really is. Look how, okay, there you go. Now you kind of get to see, she's got so many little, cute little spots on her too, like on her legs and on her little body.
So how'd y'all get her?
Orange Animal Control.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you know what she from them? Was she just found?
I believe she was an owner surrender.
Okay. Wow. Well, I mean, she's certainly a cutie.
She have any siblings or no, just her?
No, it was just her by herself.
Just her. Okay.
Well, so
She's
she
very
needs a
good.
home.
Sometimes I think people are worried about like puppies being rambunctious and whatnot. She's probably a little nervous, but I feel like she's just one of those like really good puppies. Like you
She's
want
like-
someone calm.
She just likes to give kisses and wants to be pet. Aw, she's so cute. Okay, someone adopt Espresso because she's adorable.
She's got Macy's name written all over her.
Okay, well, I don't know about that one, but see, that's the thing. I know they're cute and I want one, but I'm thinking about the commitment and my hours of work and
that's the right thing to do.
Okay.
That's
Right.
the right thing to do.
see, I'm being
I'll
responsible.
give you that.
I'm being responsible.
Although
folks.
I have a weird schedule too, new schedule, and I've got several. So
But you don't have like a puppy. Like that's the
Yeah.
thing I was telling. So our noon anchor Patrina adopted a puppy this week, and I was like, I would love to get like a puppy, but then I'm thinking I leave at 2 a.m. and sometimes puppies, when you're training them in the beginning, when they're in the kennel, they're a little loud and they like to scream. And I don't think my neighbors would like that. So think about those kind of things whenever you are getting a dog. But once you get them trained, most of the time they're good. So someone go check out Espresso. You see the not email address. Website at the bottom of your screen. $25 adoption starting on the 15th, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
December 15th. There you go. All right. Well, be sure to go check out and see if you can find Espresso a new home. We hope we can find her one. And we can't wait to see what you bring next week.
I got a big German Shepherd coming.
Ooh.
If he's not adopted by next
Okay.
week, I got a German Shepherd coming.
All
Good
right.
deal.
We'll see. We're going to mix of everything, little to big. So there we go. Still to come this morning, Taylor Swift and lions. We'll show you what these two have in common and what's trending after the break.
Well, witches, gladiators, and Polynesian demigods may be wowing. I was like, what is that word? Moviegoers now. Hollywood plans to pack theaters with new movies in December.
Rick Damangella has a preview.
Y2K is real.
Who remembers the hysteria around this time of year in 1999? The turn-of-the-century computer issue known as Y2K is the plot of a new comedy hitting theaters December 6th.
All Middle-earth knows the tale of the War of the Ring.
But 2 centuries prior, another war took place. Peter Jackson executive produces, and Kenji Kamiyama directs the animated The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim, riding into theaters December 13th.
A lion was born without a drop of nobility in his blood.
Mufasa the Lion King tells the origin tale of the cub who would be king. Mufasa just can't wait to hit theaters December 20th.
He is much more impressive than the hedgehog I fought previously.
Dude, I'm standing right here.
You're a colorful bunch.
Keanu Reeves voices Shadow the Hedgehog in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. The third flick in the game-to-movie franchise speeds into theaters December 20th.
You have 7 minutes.
So, how did it start?
I see myself as a
Power-hungry personality?
Nicole Kidman stars as a CEO embarking on an affair with an intern in Baby Girl. Sparks fly when the erotic drama arrives December 25th.
This creature is a force more powerful than evil.
Also opening Christmas Day, Robert Eggers brings his vision of the classic vampire tale Nosferatu to screens, with Bill Skarsgård in the role of Count Orlok.
If you go with snowflake storm.
And rounding out the Christmas Day trio, Timothy Chalamet steps into the shoes of a young Bob Dylan in A Complete Unknown. Getting extra popcorn in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damangella.
Wait, speaking of movies in December, this is so much fun if you've never done it. The Jefferson Theater is showing some classic movies. You can watch Home Alone tonight. Doors open at 6 p.m. and the movie starts at 7 p.m. And you can see they got lots of stuff going on. The Grinch up there, Elf,
White
Frozen.
Christmas. That one's a favorite of
The
mine.
Polar Express is tomorrow, and it's so fun. If you've never been to the Jefferson Theater in general, number one, it's so beautiful in there and really interesting. And also, it's just cool to be able to watch some old classic movies, kind of in a old classic
Like we should
theater.
sing that like Sisters song.
From what? Oh,
White
Frozen.
Okay, I guess they are
Sisters,
sisters
yeah,
too.
yeah, I was gonna say
No,
they're
White
sisters.
Christmas, they're sisters. And I got like the sisters.
I'm gonna be honest.
There were never such devoted sisters.
I'm gonna be honest.
Oh my gosh, I forgot.
Don't think I've seen White Christmas.
Macy hasn't seen just about every movie you can think
No,
of.
that's not true. I've seen 5 of the 6 on that screen.
Okay, everyone's seen those movies.
Right. I've seen well, I'll work on it. It's a thing I'm trying to be better about. Okay. I'm doing my research, but it's like movies that people have already seen so long ago. So then I'm like, oh, let me
You're playing
watch it.
catch up. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's hard to play catch up, Well, yesterday we were talking all about what artists were in our Spotify and Apple Music Wrapped in Replay. One was named the most streamed artist for the second year in a row. Is anyone surprised? Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Was crowned Spotify's global top artist for the second year in a row. Her music had more than 26 billion global streams. Fans couldn't get enough of the Tortured Poets Department, Guilty, which also topped the list of most streamed albums. Earlier this year, the Tortured Poets Department became the first album in Spotify history to have more than 300 million streams in a single day. After Swift, the most streamed artists were The Weeknd, Bad Bunny, Drake, and Billie Eilish. Interesting.
I don't know. I hate to be like one of those people. I don't want to say I'm a hater because I always did listen to like her new songs when they would come out, over the years. But all of a sudden she just blew up, and now that's some crazy. The numbers don't lie. Some crazy numbers, but I'm like, what? Why? Why is everyone so obsessed with her all of a sudden?
Well, I kind of told you a little bit. I think of what picked it up too. The interest is the Eras Tour and her show that she puts on, which you talk to other artists and they'll tell you it's incredible. I went and was just in the crowd, standing, watching, singing, and it's a 3-hour show. We were tired halfway through, just standing there, and she's moving around, dancing, has choreography. So just to put on a show like that, I think no matter who you are is pretty incredible and impressive. And so I think that's definitely picked up the popularity of just going to the show and you see it and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, wow, this is a production. Like it's not just,
I feel that way about everyone I see. I'm
Listening
like,
to
how do
music.
you do that?
right. Oh, it's
How do you do
crazy. And
that?
then of course, when you release an album in a year, a new album, not like her Taylor's versions, which I mean those are popular too, that when they release them, but like a whole new album that boosted her
She's not
streams.
slowing down for sure.
No, I think the Tortured Poets Department, the songs were like most of my top 15 songs. It was my number one album for the year. So
I haven't listened to any of them, so
it's kind of sad. Well, still to come this morning, we're talking about a perfect blend. We're cooking up something in the break room with Jessie Lee from For the Love of Foods coming up in just a little bit. You'll want to see what we're talking about. It's a sweet treat for the holidays. All right, we are in the break room, made our way here because on Thursdays we bring in Jessie Lee from For the Love of Foods to talk about some healthy, fun options, things that you can do to kind of get creative whenever you're cooking in the kitchen. And the holidays, of course, first of all, I'm so upset that I missed last week because I missed out on like a Thanksgiving. What did you guys call that? What was that?
we did a what was a Thanksgiving muffin?
Yeah, I love it.
It was everything that all your leftovers you
Yeah.
put in a pastry dough, and it was just so delicious.
It looked great. So I'm a little jealous that I missed that. But the good news is we've got another something that looks just as delicious this week, and it smells so good.
Yes.
A little
See,
bit of a sweet treat.
I'm always thinking of what can I bring to the holidays and stuff like that. But I've had so many kids at the house, and I always have these little crescent rolls, you know, in my fridge. I was doing like your pigs in a blanket, things like that. But I had like 5 rolls in my fridge. I'm like, what am I going to do?
I can only do so much.
Yes. So I did some research. I go, what are cruffins?
Oh.
It's like a mix between a croissant roll and a muffin.
I like it.
But they're so easy to make, and, and it's great. So I made okay, you ready? We're going to pop
we're
this.
ready.
Okay.
Wasn't too bad.
Okay.
Wasn't too loud.
So easy to make, so quick, but you can do all different flavors. So I found that, so you get these little, kind of line it out, right?
Okay.
Close this up real quick. And you get this thing and kind of roll it out. Okay, as flat as you can.
Yeah, hold it down for you.
Yeah, just kind of do that. Very simple, very easy to do. And so, all right, so you can put some cinnamon sugar.
Okay.
This is
Love.
just, yeah, very simple.
Probably something that you have at home too already.
Yes.
Just mix it together.
I made some Nutella one. You can spread some Nutella. And you also can do like a strawberry cream cheese.
Ooh.
Yes, and it's really good. So it's very easy. So what you
That
do.
sounds good.
And
First
so
of all, I love Nutella. Like Nutella.
Do you really?
Oh
Me
my gosh.
too.
I could just do a spoon and just eat it. It's so
Yeah,
bad. I can't
I've
buy
done
it.
that.
That's what I'm saying. I can't buy it because it's dangerous. It doesn't end well for myself.
See, I have a house full of
Nutella.
kids all the time, so Nutella's always.
Yeah, it's got to be there.
All right, so you kind of just roll it up,
so then
okay? Then you stretch it
Stretch
out.
Gotcha.
Stretch it out a little bit, okay? And this is what
Wow,
I
that's
found.
like long too.
No, what I found was so surprising. It ends up being so beautiful. So you cut in these little long logs, right?
Yeah.
And you get a knife and you cut it just not all the way through, but just kind of halfway. See,
Okay.
like that.
Yep.
See how it's kind of like separated?
Gotcha.
So you pull it a little bit, and you wrap it around your finger like this.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And you pull it off, and you just
Put it in the muffin pan.
in the pan. You want to try it?
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Give it a try. Okay.
Why not? Okay.
Okay. I'm going to cut it for you.
I feel like this is going to be make sure that you're not cutting it all the way through. That's going to
Yeah,
be the hardest
exactly.
part for folks to remember.
All the way through.
This seems simple. It also looks so pretty. I was going to
Stretch it a little bit. You want to try it? Yeah. Try this.
Let's
Here
see.
you go.
Give it a little stretch.
Mm-hmm. The stretch. Put it around your finger. Wrap it around just like that.
Okay.
Okay. And then pull it off and just put it in your muffin pan.
I feel like Macy's is better than mine. If I can get it off my finger, oh my gosh, I got it on there good. Okay.
Okay.
Look at that. I also like that you can see the layers in it. Too.
Yes.
No, it smells so good.
So when I did a strawberry cream cheese, imagine it looked with the little red swirls and
Ooh,
cream
yeah.
cheese. And you can actually dye, if you want to, do like a Christmas spirit one. And
like
dye the cream cheese and put some like your red, your strawberry
so smart.
jam.
Yeah.
And look how beautiful it comes out.
I know it comes
Yeah.
out so interesting, and I love this
Right?
idea too. Like
it
it gives it a little bit of a twist because you're right. During the holidays, it's like,
Mhm.
okay, what am I going to bring?
Right.
Same old, same old. Sometimes you want to get creative, and everyone wants that dish that you
Yeah.
bring that stands out. That everyone's like,
Yes.
please bring that again.
And they're so cute. They're so pretty. They're like a little pocket of heaven when they come
Yeah.
out of the oven. I mean, it smells amazing. It's 350 degrees for 15 minutes, and that's it.
Simple.
Yes.
Okay.
So you want to try it?
Yeah, let's do it. This is the Nutella one.
This is the Nutella one.
Oh my gosh.
Try that.
Here, Cameron.
Yes.
Check that out.
And it's so
good.
pretty.
It's so. Cameron's getting the close-ups. I like it. Okay.
You can do it savory as well,
Very good.
right?
I like the Nutella.
And it's very simple and it's very cute.
It is. Okay, I like the idea of
It's
savory
picky
too.
eater
approved.
Yes.
There we go.
These little, I made some spaghetti and I didn't have any garlic bread. I was like, what am I going to do? So I had those rolls. I did the same exact thing. So I put some garlic butter
Yeah.
and a little bit of cheese. And I did the same thing. I rolled it up and it was just a little pocket of like garlic, butter, cheesy bread.
Yeah, that sounds delicious.
Mhm.
I'll
You
just
Yes.
put just random stuff in those.
Yes.
Experiment.
Yes, exactly. And it comes out really pretty.
Try a little bit of everything. I
Yes.
like that. And I like you said too that it could be like a sweet treat dessert or it
Mhm.
could like breakfast, kind of like cinnamon
Yes.
roll,
Yep.
muffin type thing
Mhm.
that you grab on the go and kind of head out the door
Yep.
and enjoy.
Mhm.
I love it. Okay, well there you go. Simple. And again, $3.50 for how long you said?
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
Simple enough. Give it a shot. Sounds delicious, of
Mhm.
course. And always go check out Jessie at For the Love of Foods. And thanks for stopping by and bringing us
Anytime.
another goodie. Delicious as always. We'll be back with some more ARC Southeast Texas coming up in a bit. Yum. That's good.
Welcome back to ARC Southeast Texas. We are joined by a good friend of mine, Paula Baxter. And I know Paula and I work together a lot with Alzheimer's Association, but she also has this amazing project, Warm Winter Wishes Blanket Drive. And I love this idea. First, as you can see, we have some of those blankets, but of course, Paula will take as many blankets as she can. But tell us how this project started for you.
Well, it was actually, I think a lot of things started as a result of the pandemic and, people being at home and just, needing resources. But I was just at the house and it was cold one evening and I got up and I turned on the heater and then I just had this thought of, there's a lot of people that don't have the ability to do that.
Right.
People that are maybe living on the street or a senior that has limited resources and they just won't turn on their heater because, they're worried about their electricity bill. And so I just had this idea of let's do a blanket drive. And I immediately the next day started contacting friends and community partners and everybody was on board with it. And we just went from there.
It's a phenomenal idea. So easy to do. But I think a lot of us take for granted that, a blanket provides so much comfort and of course the warmth. And especially obviously if people inside, like you said, elderly folks might not want to turn on their heat, but then you have a lot of, in fact, that's a growing number of homeless in our community. So tell us how it works. You were telling me how you distribute these, which is such a creative way and such a smart way. Tell me how that works.
So we have partnered with several different ministries in the area that know where to reach the people. And so once we have all the blankets collected, we distribute them out to the different ministries who then in turn get them to the people. And then Jefferson County Sheriff's Department plays a big role in this as well, because they know where there are some pockets of people in need, and they help distribute them to those people because they know where they are, so they know how to get them to them safely and get them the little bit of warmth that they need.
Yeah, and that is just genius right there, because obviously there are these agencies, these nonprofits that help out the homeless, so they know. But deputies, they really know. They are on the front lines every day.
Because they see that out and about all the time, so they know where people are and they know the people that are in need and how to get them taken care of. And we do ask for new blankets because it's just sometimes it's not so much the blanket itself, but it's giving something to someone and just letting them know they're thought about and appreciated and cared for. And, that's just a good feeling.
Yeah, that they matter. Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Well, Paula, tell us how people who want to donate, where can they take them? How do they get them to you so that you can then get them distributed?
Well, we've got several drop-off locations, and I'm going to read these off to make sure that I don't miss anybody. Classic of Southeast Texas on East Tex Freeway, the Chevy showroom, they have a pickup there where you can drop them off, and they're filling up the back of the truck. Capital Title. There's a location in Beaumont, in Port Arthur, and in Orange.
Oh, fantastic. All three spots.
Southern Home Health is on Twin City Highway in Nederland, so they're easy to get to. Beckman Audiology in Port Arthur, they're on in the Medical Center building on Jimmy Johnson. The Mailbox Connection in Lumberton. They're right behind Arby's, right there on, the main road.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Compassion Hospice office on East Tex Freeway.
Oh, that is fantastic. And there we have a flyer that has all those locations right there. And we will clip this for our website, fox4beaumont.com and kfdm.com, so that you can see all these. And the drive continues. You have until December 13th, next Friday, for people to donate.
Yes, and we try to get them collected all by then so that we can get them out to the people in need before Christmas.
Okay, sounds good. Paula, always a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for what you do. It's so important, and we appreciate you. And we'll be back with more ARC Southeast Texas after this.
Just about 10:50 this morning. Want to take a look inside the newsroom and talk with KFDM's noon anchor, Patrina Adger.
Patrina, tell us what we can expect for your show today.
Hey ladies, good to see you guys. Here's what we have coming up on the news at noon. We're still following this story about an attorney who shot and killed his son with Down syndrome. He apparently mistaked his son for an intruder and shot him. But once the son died, the attorney said he put the body on a burn pile and cremated it. So we'll have the latest on that story. Also, we're following the shooting deaths of 2 people in 2 different states. As of course, you know this story, the 39-year-old man who was shot inside of a Valero store. And then the shooting of the healthcare CEO who was shot and killed attending a conference. He is still on the run as well. We're told that police recovered shell casings that had words on it. We'll tell you what those shell casings said at noon. And then coming up on my interview for the news at noon, Olivia King with the Art Studio in Beaumont is here to tell us about their holiday shop-o-rama. So all of that and more is coming up on the news at noon in about an hour on KFDM 6. You don't want to miss it.
You had me sold at Shop-a-rama.
I know. What a word.
Get ready. Yeah, it's always fun. All right. Well, for today's question of the day, your comments were sweet and sugary. We've got all the answers and the question coming up next. Well, oh wait, what are we gonna do first?
Cookies, right?
No, we're gonna do.
We're going to the elf.
Wait, did you say turkeys? Oh, you said cookies. I'm tired. Okay, so we have our elf on the shelf, who is Walter Cronkite, who is a famous news anchor. That's where we named him after. Journalist, sorry. Anyway, there's Walter. He was up to no good yesterday. He was defacing Angel and I's picture, but today he's what?
He's rock climbing.
He's rock climbing. Look at
Or he's
him.
bow climbing. Look at him.
He's an active little guy, isn't he?
He's bad.
He has not been the best.
If you don't
'cause
watch out, he's gonna fall.
He was on the run the other day too. So
Yeah.
so that's just kind of our way. We always like to see. I've seen some good Elf on the Shelf pictures, videos from folks commenting on Facebook. From the one yesterday, someone commented theirs, and it's a lot of work. I know it's a labor of love for parents, and
When we found that out, we're like, what is he gonna do today?
yeah, kind of got to get creative. So can we say? Do you do it? Anyway, someone takes care of Walter. And this is our other elf, Archie. Archie's retired, is what we like to say. So Elf on the Shelf, you can't touch the Elf on the Shelf, right? Because then it loses its magic. And
Oh yeah.
but Archie, since he's retired, we can touch him. So he's just a little fun little guy. He just kind of chills here. He's never up to anything bad.
No, he's chill. He's like Ark. He's chill.
Yeah.
Ark, Archie.
Brings you
We're
some
chill.
fun.
Mhm.
Well, that's where the Archie came from, is the Ark. Like, I guess you should call him Archie, but I like Archie better.
I think actually it was Angel just spit out Archie, and then it was like, oh,
Wait a
Archie?
second.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait a second. That
Okay.
works. So, yeah, we love seeing your Elf on the Shelf picture. So, we've been posting Walter every day. So leave your comments down below. We'd like to see. You can give whoever does Walter. Wait a minute. You can give Walter ideas
Scratch
on,
that.
on what he should do next.
Yeah. Give him some really good ideas because he's bad.
Yeah, make him do something good, like
He's
read a book or something.
He is not a Sour Patch Kid yet. He's more like a sour kid.
We haven't got to the sweet. Yeah, when's
Yeah.
he gonna like start cleaning the toilet?
He got arrested the other day.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I put him in timeout yesterday after he drew on my picture. No gifts for Walter just yet. He's on the naughty list. Hopefully he'll get to the good one.
Yeah.
We'll see. Well, now to our question of the day. We asked you, yesterday was National Cookie Day, so we asked you what was your favorite kind of cookie. There's so many to choose from. It's kind of hard to decide.
A sand tart.
I've never
do
had
like
one.
Aren't they the ones that like they are covered in a powdered sugar?
Ooh, okay. If it is,
Okay,
yes. Okay.
okay.
John Kane says yes. So those are good. I like
Hey,
those.
Sherry said all of them. Me too.
That's a good one. Honey maple cookies. That sounds good from Amy Williamson. We need to try that. I've never had that before.
Wedding cookies.
Oh, have you ever had those?
No. I feel like I'm
those are
missing out.
Good. Those are delicious. Very similar, I would say, kind of to like it's covered in like the powdered sugar.
Okay.
So it's really good. Glinda Brown says tea cake, snickerdoodles, and oatmeal raisin. You know what? I am so impressed by how many folks have been saying oatmeal raisin because I love oatmeal raisin.
Isn't that
cookies.
Nicole's favorite?
Nicole, our producer, said
And that's
yes.
not
That's
so
her
bad favorite too.
Yeah,
I don't understand it, but to each their own, right?
I don't know, something about it. Like
Soft
yeah,
and chewy oatmeal raisin.
that's what I'm saying. It's so good. Chewy oatmeal raisin.
Okay, someone said any Rayo's cookies. Yes, I love like just their
Those are
standard
good
sugar
too.
cookies.
Yeah.
I call myself a cookie connoisseur though. Like
Okay.
I love all cookies besides oatmeal raisin. I love like trying different cookies. That's my thing.
Cookies are so good. I do love a good cookie. Sugar cookie, I'm not crazy about, but depends.
Oh, I love just like a basic sugar cookie.
Depends.
Yum.
Depends. So some of them are good. Some of them are like, I don't know. I just need more. I like a good monster cookie. Have you ever had that before?
Is that where they do like all the things in
Yes,
it? Yeah,
literally
yeah.
everything. I
Mhm.
love
do like
those.
Yeah.
so.
You know who has a good one of those is Stacked Cakes and Confection
Oh,
Co. I
yes,
get the
yeah.
name wrong. From Groves,
Yep.
Emily.
Yeah,
We've had
yeah.
her on the show
Oh.
a few times. She makes some really good ones of
I'll have
those.
to give it a shot. Yeah. Well, let us know what your favorite cookie is. Always keep an eye out for our question of the day because they are there every day. And then we can read your comments on air. That does it for us this morning. Hope you can join us tomorrow for a Friday edition of ARC Southeast Texas. But until then, have a good Thursday.